noticed there's a certain exhibition with a certain Tam O Shanter. I don't really know this, maybe some of you got some of the information, but the town of Tam O Shanter was in actual fact a boat that belonged to Shanter Farm, which is over in the Maidens, close to where I was born. And Burns actually got the story of Tam O Shanter, which is not Tam O Shanter, of course, the original tale, from up the Glen Kens, when he was visiting it, possibly the time that he wasted a good pair of boots when he was fell into the River Ken. But it was a certain Dr Trotter told him this tale I'm going to tell you now. And the people in it were real people, although the circumstances of what happened, well, that's debatable, of course. But the original tale that Burns was told by Dr Trotter, probably at Kenmure Castle, is called Adam Forrester and the Circle of Steel. And if you go into Dorai is sometimes called the Clachan of Dorai. Clachan, the Gaelic word for a stone is a clach, it's clach. And a pile of stones, clachan, a house, a village, or a ferntune, more like ferntune. And in the ferntune, in the clachan, was a pub, and it's still there, it's the Clachan Inn. The woman who owned that at the time was called Lucky Hare. Now, it's not because she was lucky to have hair. There was a lot of strange diseases about in the days, but she probably had plenty of hair. It was Lucky Hare, hare as in rabbit, which of course tells you that if she's associated with hair, possibly witches. Because people thought that when the hares were out in the hills in the springtime doing their wee boxing, it was the witches having a cover. Lucky it was because she was a howdy, a midwife. So anybody who was a midwife was called Lucky Jean, Lucky Mary, she was Lucky Hare. Now, if you go down for the Clachan Inn, it's a different building, now it's a bit more modern, if you like. This is from 1680, by the way. You go down the brae, you go across the Hoch, the flat line beside the river, and you come to the River Ken. In those days, there was no dam, so there was a ford to cross over, and you could go up the Garrick Burn, and you came to Knocksheen, the hill of the fairies. And there lived a certain Adam Forrester, who was a farmer. He used to farm a wee hill farm. And what he would do is, at different time, he would go on his old nag. Now, a nag wasn't an insult to a horse, that's what they were called, Galloway nags. And he'd go on his nag, and he'd ride down the Garrick Burn, he'd cross the ford, he'd cross the Hoch, he'd get up past the kirk, he'd ride up to Clachan Inn, get off the horse, tie it to the bush outside, open the door, walk in and say, "Lucky Hare, because you're looking at him." Adam would say, "He's a kiss." And she said, "No, I'm not kissing a smelly old fella. Lucky little Hare. Give me a whiskey and a beer, and a beer and a whiskey and a whiskey and a beer." And of course, he would get himself roaring drunk through it, he'd to the horse. Finally, he would sort of, finally got onto the horse and he'd ride home. And in the morning, he'd still be sitting top of the horse. Now, if you think that's a lot of nonsense, my great-grandfather used to climb into an old cairn. You know this. Climb into a cart, and when he came out of the pub, he'd go to the cart and he'd go home and he'd still be in the cart in the morning, fast asleep. The horse just knew the way home. Anyway, this night, it was a Friday night, always happens on a Friday night. He finished his day's work, and he rode down the Garrick Burn, he crossed the ford, crossed the Hoch, up past the kirk, up the Clachan, climbed off the horse, tied the bush, opened up the door, said, "Lucky Hare, Friday night, it's your lucky night," and he gives her a kiss, and she says, "No." She says, "All right, no, give me a beer." She says, "No." "How no? What have I done?" "Nothing." She says, "I'm going out." "Where are you going?" "None of your business." "Cheerio then. Give me a pint of beer." And he got himself again roaring drunk through and he's back into the horse. He finally gets onto the horse. "Oh, I'm on the right, my room." I hate to get after it, but I came. Anyway, he's riding down past the kirk. When he hears this music, he goes, "What's that?" He goes, he gets off the horse and ties the bush. He staggers out of the window, but you hold still to get Ricky. And he'll look in, and there was Lucky Hare. Dancing away. "Oh, it's Lucky Hare." "Oh, here's an old joke, an old Jean. The old joke and old Jean, they're in the 90s. Which is pretty awful these days, pretty awful these days, but even older for these days. And they're usually walking around the Clachan, we're walking sitting this sort of thing. But they're dancing away like young things. It's like, they're carling lucky here, ha ha, he's a kiss, ha ha ha. And suddenly, all the lights went out. And the door opened up. And out came all the beasties, the bogles, the ghasties, and the wraiths, saying, we are going to get you, Adam Forrester. We are going to grip you. We're going to drag you down into hell and burn you. He says, no, you're not. He sobered up quick. He ran for the horse, jumped down to the horse, and he gave it a good scare. He'd never done that in his life before. And he started to ride for the ford. He started to say, if he get out of that ford, he was safe. Because witches, bogles, ghasties, wraiths, and the like, they carry crows running water. Because he's holding, you see. So he's riding his heart to getting closer, 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 closer to him. And he scalps the horse harder and rides, and they're still coming. And they're just on. When he reaches the ford, he crosses over and he gets to the other side and he's safe. You got me. No, you didn't get me. Where are they going? I'll tell you where they were going. They went down the River Ken. They got to the brig in New Galloway and they crossed over it. You weren't expecting that, were you? Neither was he. He gives the horse a scalp and he starts to ride for him. He's not going to take the long way, he's going to take the short way. So he goes for the waterside hill and he starts riding up the waterside hill, but it's an old horse and it's struggling up to the top. Oh! They're getting closer and closer and closer and closer and closer. And finally, lucky here, get that close, she managed to scalp across the back, left a big horn print on his backside for the rest of his life. Pulled his tail off his wheel, but he made the top of the hill and then they surrounded it. And they started coming up saying, we're going to get you, we're going to get you, we're going to burn you. Oh no, what are we going to do? Of course. And he leapt off his horse and he put his sword in and he cut a circle in the grass all the way round about himself. And he turned the sword round and he made the holy sign of the cross. And he said, God's curse on all you beast, bogle, ghaist, wraith, carl, and deal alike that dares to pass God's holy circle or steal. And all the big beasties were running about that circle, trying to get in, but they couldn't get past God's holy protection. Try as they might, all night, round and round and round. And he stood there, chattering with fright, holding onto his old nag, until cock-a-doodle-doo, they all disappeared, doom into hell. They couldn't take Adam Forrester with them, so instead they took lucky here, never seen again. As for Adam Forrester, he climbed onto his old nag and he rode home to his house. And I'll tell you, for that day for it,